We are live. Welcome to Hatcheck Studios. I am Marty Bear, and for the next hour or so, I will be hanging out with you guys. So this should be fun. Haven't done this in a while, so let me clean all the cobwebs off and see if I can remember how to do this. So hope everybody's well. I hope people that have been affected by some of these storms, in California and the East or the West Coast are doing okay. I hope everybody that was affected by those fires in Hawaii, Maui, are doing okay, and anybody else, man. I hope you guys are doing okay. It's hotter than hell here, but with air conditioning and stuff like that, it's been okay. And we got the pool. So in the evening, we go out there, my wife and I, and we hang out. So, hey, we're getting a sign of life. I didn't even have to prod you guys. We got Edwin Bloodbone's Second Chance campaign. Go check out his Second Chance campaign. Hell Peeps, what's up? You guys kind of know the drill already. Steven, I want to rock with you drawing. How are you, man? How are you? Hey, Roland, what's up? What's up? Callie's always burning. Yeah, it is always burning. Not so much burning here. It's just kind of a little warm, just a little warm. But I think we're past the main part of it. It should be cooling off. We're entering into fall season, so fall can stay a little warm, but I'm hoping it won't. So anyway, you guys, anybody listening, feel free to chime in. This is a free form hour, so I do interact quite a bit with the chat. So if you guys want, just type stuff up. We'll go back and forth. I'm just gonna kind of just wing it. I do have quite a bit of stuff I want to show you. Black and White Wise. We are closing in on finishing the book, you guys. Black and White is the main story. The 40, what is it? 70. I don't even know how many pages it is. Hold on. How many pages is it? It's 70. I know it's like 78 total, but I think it's 74, the main story, which is where I'm going here. Let's see. God, I'm so stupid. No, 64. 64 pages. I almost gave you guys 10 extra pages. So 64 pages, and then there's a 4-page it's kind of like an epilogue preview for the next story arc, and that is being worked on as well. So let me recap everything. All right, so it is a 64-page book, 68 pages with the 4-page extra that you guys got us up to with the stretch goals. So that was very, very cool. I don't need this, so I'm going to get rid of this. And so we got that. And let me think. Once I finish this page that I'm working on now, we will have 3 pages. We will be 3 pages away from completing the 64 pages. So what would that be? 61 pages done, 3 pages to go. So very, very, very close, you guys. I do appreciate all your patience with that and allowing me to work on it. And I'm going to show some of these pages off. So hopefully you will like what you see and you will think that the journey was worth it. I think it's worth it. I think it's the best thing I've ever drawn. And it's all because of you. Your belief in the project, myself, and giving me the time to do it. The time is the major, major thing. Time that I've never had. A lot of compromise. Most of my career just not having time to do the work exactly the way I want to. So I figure, I'm almost 62. I deserve to have some time to devote into a project, and you guys have given that to me, so I want to thank you. So I'm going to show you guys some work. And while we're talking about that, 2 pages of the preview out of the 4 pages, 2 of those are done, so it's going to be a double page, and it is all penciled out. I just have to ink it and bring it together. Also, you guys, all the book is laid out, so all the pages are already at least in this state. Let me see. Yeah, you can't really see too much light. Let me see if I turn this off. It helps a little bit. But yeah, they're all thumbnailed or tightly laid out. So that goes for those 3 pages that are remaining. So quite a bit of work is done. Pamela, mostly her, I've been working on a little bit in my spare time, but she's tweaking up the dialogue. So we're making sure everything is exactly what we want. She's really good with character. So she's giving Black and White and all the supporting characters their voices, which is something, like I said, she's really, really good at, way better than I am. What is this? 256 pages. Why not, right? Why not? It feels like it sometimes. Let's talk. Let's see what you guys talk. Oh, we got Marcus Killigrew. What's up? Skip Edwards skipping his way through the day. Good morning. Let me see. Oh, we're talking about the weather still. They've been in a drought for what, a decade? Oh, California. Yeah, I'm tired of the drought talk. Although this summer here in Texas, there has been a little drought talk, but when you look around, I mean, there's whatever they're talking about as a drought is nothing compared to California. The normie nerd, Hell Art, where have you been? That's a good question. Well, I'll keep this up. Yeah, so I'm sorry, you guys, missing in action. I've been trying to devote all my time on finishing this book. So anything that I can eliminate from my schedule, I have been doing so I can focus all that time on the book. And believe me, I have not been goofing off. I mean, there are hours and hours and hours invested in this book. And I am so damn excited about it. And I can't wait to get it into your hands. So we are closing in. And just to give an ETA, don't hold me to this, but we're looking at getting it shipped out hopefully by the end of the year. That's all going to depend on printing and everything else. But that's kind of the date that we're looking at. So I hope that helped. Maybe Roland's talking about his book. 256 pages. No way. Totally done or just finished inks. You're talking to me. That will be finished ink. So pencils and inks will be totally done. I'm going to show you some coloring. The coloring is another. There's always something. We had been working with a colorist, very, very good, but very, very slow. And he's had some health issues. And I tried to stay in the game with him, but it was just getting more and more behind as we progress. So I do feel bad having to take the book from him. But the guy's coloring it now, Brian, holy shit, man. I'll tell you, there's good and then there's great. This guy is great. And he's really easy to work with. And for the most part, he's getting things done. I did give him a deadline. He was supposed to be done with it by the end of this month. So summer, we were going to wrap up the coloring and all the art. So the book, pencils, inks, and colors were supposed to be done by the end of this month. It doesn't look like that's going to happen. He's in the Philippines. They had some flooding issues. There's always drama. There's always drama. And so he's about a month behind. So I'm hoping September. I'm hoping the end of September to have all the coloring done and the lettering, because the lettering, as soon as I get it colored, and then like sign off on the dialogue, then it's going out to Eric Weathers, and we're going to get this bad boy lettered up. So it still looks good for the end of September for the entire book. I'm going to work my ass off to get that, that date made, but there are things that are out of my control. So, it is what it is. I wish I could be more definite with it, but it just I can't be 100%. As things start progressing and things start becoming more focused, I'll be able to be more definite with it. I am going to update. So one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to put this video in the update because I'm going to preview a lot of the pages. So on the site, on the Indiegogo site, in the updates, there will be this video and some other pieces of artwork for you to see. But it is looking great, man. So let me go back in the chat. We got Mega Man MG. Nice. Alan Sparks. I hope that's your real name because that's a cool ass name, Sparks. Groovy. Roll that beautiful bean footage. I will. I don't know how to. Is this Omer Glitch? I almost said I didn't know how to say it. Omer Glitch. I do think that is how you say it. Awesome to hear, Art. Let's go black and white. Hell yeah, brother. Hey, it's Joe Bernardo. What's up? Aloha, man. I hope your friends and family. I know. I think you have friends and family in Hawaii, Maui, those islands. So I hope they're all doing okay, man. Oh, I hope this is a question. This is Mega Man. Mega Man. He's not just a man. He's mega, which is a lot better than just a man. All right. I hope my sound's working out good. I tweaked a couple things. There's a couple new features on StreamYard. So this camera thing, I don't know. It seems like it's kind of the movement's a little stilted, but it's supposed to enhance. But I don't know if you want to enhance my face. And the sound's supposed to be better. So I hope that's working out. Let me get to this. Art. I've been trying to hunt down all those old image books that have black and white on the back cover. Almost have all of them. Haha. I think there's 9. I think there's 9 total. So I think it's 3 across, 3 in the middle tier, and then 3 on the bottom. So I think there's 9. And also there was a retail poster of that artwork as well. I think I have 2 or 3 of those left. I think we sold some of those during the Volume 1 campaign. So good luck on that, Mega Man. Let's see what Joe says. Nice to have a hullabaloo this morning. Hell to the hey, leg kick. We got kicked by a leg. Hells yeah. Ooh, jolly holiday. Jolly Green. Why is the book so late? I think I just explained that. So hopefully that worked for you. I do appreciate the patience. And like I said, I'm going to show some pages off on this live stream. And hopefully you can see every hour that has been put into the book. You see it in the pages because I don't want to be overly dramatic and say I'm killing myself on this, but I'm definitely not compromising. So this is the best I can do with the time that I have. And I have been a little indulgent on taking time. So, I mean, we could get this book done quicker, but it just won't be what I really want it to be. And I do assure you, Jolly Green, that I'm not goofing off. No way, no how. I mean, if I could have got this book done earlier, I would have done that. But I just don't want to compromise. I want this to be really, really good. And like I said earlier, most of my career has been compromised. I think it's been some great work, but it's always been with a very, very tight deadline. And so I don't think you can always do your best work that way. Citizen Ronan, hail everyone, hail. All right, Joe Bernardo says Las Vegas was a drought because California has been stealing our water. Oh, you're in Vegas now. But the rain has been coming from the storm, bring on the water. Yeah, those deserty climates usually need the water, but also they're not used to the water. So usually, well, a lot of times they create problems. I know Southern California, where we lived in Corona, did. Things decide to move Cool. I am looking forward to it. I bought a few of the layout pages. Oh, cool. I just showed one of them off. So this is about the size, and this is about what they'll look like. So some of them will have some dialogue. This one's got some dialogue on the side. So they're pretty cool little behind the scenes artwork, pieces of artwork. I like stuff like that. I collect stuff like that as well. Levi Skeen, hey yo, to the chat, Art. From all the updates we've seen from you, it will be worth the wait, in my humble opinion. Your best work of your career. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. Jeff Potts, is my name not cool? Cool ass as well. Jeff Potts, I just figured it was a given. I didn't think I needed to point it out how cool your name was, but hey, since I have to, the coolest damn name I've ever heard. That's for damn sure, Jeff Potts. The Anger Gamer, or the Angry Gamer. I like the Anger Gamer, but the Angry Gamer, never play games angry. It leads to cheating, is what I've heard. Hail, Citizen Ronan. This is great to be back, you guys. This is fun seeing all you guys in the chat here. You've been very honest since the beginning about how long it takes. I appreciate that. Thank you. I have nothing to hide. I mean, if you guys want to be upset about it, I mean, I understand that as well. I always hope that you're not. That this is kind of we're making this stuff up as we go along, so there isn't perfection as far as how to get things done and how to get it done quicker. I think if I had more experience as a penciler, things would be different as well. Oh, cool! I did something right today. Finally, virtual hug. Boom. The manly hug. Joe Bernardo. Yes, the family. Oh shit. It's on. Oh, they are all good though. Cool. Okay. It's technically not late if you don't announce a formal ETA. Oh, well, there you go. Technicality. I like technicalities. Kevin Thompson, what's up? Hey. We've come to snuff a rooster. Here comes the rain again. Here comes the rain again. LOL. Never laugh out loud. Never. Always laugh internally. Never let it out. Yeah. Never let people know how you feel about something. Yeah. Poker face. Always a poker face. All right, you guys. Well, like I said, this is going to be a quick, maybe an hour. It's all going to depend on you guys in the chat, but I think I got through everything. I'm updated. So once again, if there's any late people, feel free to chime in on the chat or in the chat. I will get to everybody. I like to hang out, interact with you guys. It's hey Pedro, what's up? Art is alive. Yeah, pontificators, man. I am so sorry. The only show I'm really making time for is the Professionals, which is also one of the things. I use this as a segue that I wanted to talk about. The Professionals is tomorrow night at 7 Eastern Standard Time. And if you guys don't know about the show, it is a rotating show, a weekly rotating show that 6 of us host. So the 6 of us is Andy Smith, Aaron Lopresti, Billy Tucci. How about that? That's some pretty heavy hitters right there. We got Dan Frega, we got Graham Nolan, and who else? Is that everybody? Okay, Andy, Aaron, Billy, Dan, Graham, and myself. So that's 6. And each one of us host on a different week the Professionals. So we have different topics. that we get into. So each one, whoever's hosting, comes up with a topic. So my topic for tomorrow night, 7 Eastern Standard Time, is going to be a Q&A, kind of like what we're doing here, but more, we'll be able to get more into depth with it, and you'll be able to ask all 6 of us questions. So what I'm going to do is, well, what we're going to do is probably later today or early tomorrow, we're going to be posting on our social media, all 6 of us, ask us questions. So each one of us will have 3 questions that that they're going to take, and then they'll answer them. So if you have questions for, I don't know, Billy Tucci, go on Billy Tucci's Twitter, on his Facebook, whatever, and throw some questions along. And so Billy will pick three of those questions, and he'll read those out on the professionals and answer them. And you guys can ask all 6 of us questions. But I'm thinking we'll do specific questions. And so then we'll do a round robin, maybe 2 or 3 different questions. And then at the end of the show, we'll do a Q&A in the live stream. So then you guys can ask us questions. So they can be silly, stupid questions. They could be in-depth questions. They could be whatever. So anything you guys have ever wanted to ask the 6 of us, or just comic book questions, how to do things, lifestyle, whatever it is, feel free to ask. And each one of us will pick 3, and we'll bring those to the show tomorrow night, Eastern, 7 Eastern Standard Time. So that's it. So yeah, Pedro, I do apologize about the pontificators. I have missed you guys. So soon we will be back. I will be back. I will be on every live stream, and you guys will get so sick of me. You go, that face again. RT Bear can barely string a sentence together. Roland says, you heard it, chat. Art recommends internalize your feelings. Yeah, you know, like that, all that shit, that external stuff, like I feel this, I feel, just shut up. Just keep it to yourself. Yeah, you know, yeah, just silent agony. It's better for the world too. I think people share too much. Too much sharing. Joe says you should do a drum solo when you get everything done. I have a friend that lives in the area now. He's a drummer, and he plays every week at the church. They play some pretty cool music, and so he and I have been hanging out. And he does recordings. He's in like rock bands too. So he's got a studio, so he does recordings. He's a sound guy, all that stuff. So what I would like to do is try to soundproof. There's a way that I can get the sound to work better, because the drums are really loud, and with drums you can't direct the sound, so the sound goes everywhere, bounces off the walls, it goes everywhere. So the microphone here, it just distorts the sound. So the louder it is, the more distorted it is. So I'm hoping that in time I'll be able to get a system here to where I could play for you guys without, you know, just a bunch of noise and distortion. So that would be pretty cool. Smoky Pots might be a cooler name. I don't know, just pretty cool. You know, there's certain names that I've met, people that I've met that they have names and they're all bad. Like I've never met a Karen that was cool. And that was before the Karen thing. I've never met, oh wait, I have to take it back. I've never met a Joy up to moving out here. We have a friend, her name's Joy, but I've never met a Joy that is truly joyous until now. I've never met a Greg. So if there's any Gregs out there, I've never met a Greg that wasn't a turd burger. But having said that, Jeff, I've never met a Jeff that isn't the coolest person I've ever met. And I have a lot of friends that their names are Jeff. Daniel is one of those. I got a lot of Daniel friends, and they're all cool, with the exception of one. Let's see. Oh my gosh, that's a really good question. You should ask that, Levi. Go to when I post the bros thing. Ask me that question. It's a really good question. I'll do a really abbreviated answer, and then I'll do a more detailed on the bros. A lot. So there, and I'm really proud of this because I would say probably three quarters, probably like 70% of the people that I've worked with, assistants and have trained, have gone on to careers. So some of the highlights are Trevor Scott, who from Hack Shack Studios started working at DC. Even when he was working at Hack Shack Studios, he was still working at DC. Got him some work, put in some good words with Mike Carlin, so he started getting work there. And then Danny Mickey was working at Hack Shack Studios the same time that Trevor was. So Danny Mickey worked with him, trained him, and so then there's like Jaime Mendoza, who I worked with at Extreme Studios a little bit, and then he and I guess there was like kind of a Hack Shack 2 that after the Extreme Image years, I reformed, and so he and I ran that studio. So Jaime Mendoza, who's working at DC Comics now. There's John Sabal, who I worked with at Extreme Studios. Let me think. There's a lot. Tim Townsend started working with me on doing backgrounds for Spawn when I worked with Greg Capullo. So there's a bunch, you guys. Trying to think of some others, but yeah, there's quite a bit of people that went on to careers. Some of them not like long standing. Some of them just for a brief period of time, but a lot of really talented people. That's kind of the highlight of it. Worked with Marlo Akiza, I think that's how you say his name, for a little bit. Let's see. Kevin says, any thoughts on what comes next after Black and White 2? Yeah, I have a Chrono story ready to go. So it's gonna be reprinted material. It's gonna be kind of a remastering, a reprinted material, kind of like what the last Chrono was. So I want to get that tweaked up, cleaned up, and any rewrites that need to be done, I'm going to do. And then I want to put that out. I want to do a black and white in black and white. So Black and White 2, I want to do as maybe a second chance campaign, a couple months or so after the campaign has been fulfilled. And then it's on to the next story arc, the Black and White story arc. I was thinking I was going to do it as a 100-page story, but I think that's just too much. So I'm going to do it as a 2-part, like I did this one. So I'm going to work on the entire thing as far as story and possibly layouts, because what I did, what I did with Black and White 2, and I liked it, is I laid the whole book out. So I'm pretty dyslexic, so I can't really write. It takes me way too much time, and sometimes it just comes out as gibberish. So I worked with Joe Fulton on the writing, and I was mostly drawing and then telling him about it, and then he would type it out. There would be some back and forth, but there was probably 2 to 3 rewrites for every page. So there would be an initial thumbnail that I would draw out. I'd pitch it to him. We would iron out some details. He would write it up, send the script to me. I would draw like another version. If there was any changes, then I would pitch those to him. Then he'd rewrite it again, and then I would do the final thumbnail. Not every page was like that, but that's kind of the basic gist of how Black and White 2 worked. And we did that for the entire 64 pages. And then the epilogue, or prologue of the story, the 4 pages. And so what I would like to do is do it similar, where I block out the entire story, possibly with Joe, maybe with Pamela. I'll see how it goes. I like working with Von Klaus too. So I might. Von Klaus is fast too. He gets things done quickly, and so I'm going to have to write with somebody, and then try to block out as much as I can. But what I'm thinking would be better than just spending all my time laying out the story and crafting the story is maybe have a pretty solid beginning, middle, end. And have a page count from like beginning to middle, and then a page count from middle to end, and then kind of maybe some highlights in there, and then just kind of write that out, and then just start working, just start laying stuff out and drawing. Because if I could draw it quicker, like sit down, work on a page, pencils, inks, and then send it out to a colorist, I can keep things moving in a quicker fashion. And that's usually how I work. This is the first time I've worked differently. So then I can get everybody on the team, because I don't want people sitting on their hands for too long, because I got a pretty good crew together this time out, and I want to keep everybody working. So I haven't really ironed out those details, but Black and White, the next story arc will probably be the same. It'll probably be close to 100 pages, as is Black and White 1 and 2. I don't know how many pages, 60, 70, 80, 90. Yeah, it's about 100 pages. So 100 or so pages. So I'll do that between a volume 1, volume 2 for the next story arc. And Kevin, Juju is going to be in that story, and the story is going to be great. It's going to be loosely based on the ongoing that Pamela and I put out through Image Comics in '95, I think. And we only got 1 issue out, but we did 3 issues, but 2 of them never saw the light of day. Pamela really likes the story. That's why I might write it with her, because she's familiar with it. But it's going to tie into this storyline too. So we have the Phoenix World Inc. So that's kind of the big bad in Black and White. So we're going to continue with that. And I think like those one world government type of global villains are probably more topical now than ever before. So usually all good spy genre has like some kind of, villain organization. So like there's in Get Smart, there was what was it, Chaos and Order. You have, I forget in Bond what theirs was. And so there's usually like the good spy organization and the bad spy organization. So we're going to get more into that. And then this story arc is going to be set mostly in England instead of China, which is where Reed is from, Reed Blackett. And we're going to get more into the MI10 situation. So we're going to get more into Reed's backstory, why he left MI10, and what happened to his father. So those questions that have never been answered, not even in the miniseries or in the ongoing of the past, we kind of kept posing the question but never answered it. This one's going to answer it. And then, like I said, I know Kevin likes Juju the character, so we're gonna get into that character. She's a great character. She's been completely redesigned. I think the new design is way better. And the world is gonna get bigger, so more international. We're gonna get to see more of what the Phoenix World Alliance is all about. Trust me, it's not just JC and his little robotics division. It's way, way bigger than that. So we're going to get into all kinds of cool, fun stuff. We're going to get to see Reed and Whitney's relationship go to the next level. So that should be interesting to write a couple. And my thing with those two was always, you'd see shows that it's great getting the two together. That's always interesting. But then as soon as they get together, it becomes boring. And I was thinking that would be a challenge to do. So instead of not getting them together and just to kind of keep throwing obstacles in the middle like they usually do on these story arcs, is just write a cool couple. And I'm thinking there's enough interesting stuff. They're not a conventional couple, so we can do all kinds of interesting stuff with them. Because, not that there's anything wrong with like getting married, settling down, having kids, all that other stuff. But these two characters, it's not their future. That's not what they're about. So we have more opportunity to make it interesting. They can go places. They live interesting lifestyles, stuff like that. But they're a couple. So there's that. So Johnny Rando, that was a good question, by the way. I hope I got to the answer. And also there's the art book. I want to reissue the art book. And I have enough artwork for a volume 2 of Oodles and Doodles, Oodles of Doodles and other stuff too. So I have that. So there's a lot of things. I'm just one person and it takes time. I wish I could overlap things more, but I just don't want to get overwhelmed. And I want to keep my word with you guys. There's Jeff with the coolest name in comics. I can do silly and stupid easy. Yeah, silly and stupid is my middle name. Hell, CG Blackjack. Yeah. CG going long, going strong. I'll make a graphic. Oh shit, dude. That would be awesome. Yeah, send it to me. As soon as I get it, because I was gonna make one up. You read my mind. Yeah, that would be great, dude. Yeah, make it up and then I'll send it to all the bros and then we can post that up and start getting some questions. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Joe. I don't know what R11 foam is. Oh, I see. Zoom H6 drum mic set. It will set you back $350, $400. Good for recording even. Is that like, is it called ambient sound? Or does that like, excuse me, is there a way to plug right into something and go direct? I know guitars can do that. Capullo? Oh, there's a Capullo cover in the black and white campaign too. Speaking of black and white campaign, if there's anybody that doesn't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to give you a little preview of what we're doing here. So this is Black and White Man versus Machine, Volume 2. This will be the epic conclusion to the origin saga. In a world where law and order is often blurred to gray, justice can only be black and white. Thank you guys so much. 126,216. That is nothing short of a miracle. 14. Oh, we're one backer away from 1,500 backers. That is crazy. That is crazy, crazy cool, you guys. Thank you. So this is Volume 2, Man versus Machine. They're back and better than ever. So this is Stefani Rene's coloring. So he did. He was supposed to do the whole book, but he had some health problems. I hope he's doing better. He is really, really good. I do really dig his work. But I'm going to show you some stuff that'll knock your socks off. So we have a variant cover by Kenneth Roquefort. I still don't know how this happened. He is so good. He's one of those guys that I really, really like. Everything he does inspires me. So we got that. We got this Joe Bennett cover, fresh off of Marvel canceling him. Marvel canceled him for stating a political view in his home country, not even the United States, in Brazil, and some uppity asshole writer decided that he was going to get him canceled, and so Marvel fired him. And so I was just kind of, putting out like some sympathies, like, hey man, I heard about what happened. Sorry, to hear this. You're a brilliant artist. I'm sure you'll find something. He goes, what are you working on? I told him, and he said, let me do a cover. He goes, oh, he says, can I do anything for it? I mean, he would have done a story. He was like gung ho, and I was like, I don't really have anything right now, but I could do a variant cover. And so I said, why don't we? He said yes. And so then I said, why don't you do breakdowns like the way we worked together on Deathstroke, the Terminator, for DC New 52? And he said, are you sure you don't want like full pencils? I was like, no, do breakdowns and I'll do finishes. And so that's what we did. And then I showed this in the green room, in the CG green room, and Kyle Ritter saw the pencils and inks, and he said, I have to color this thing. So this thing came together so quickly and so organically, and it's still available. So we're still taking orders for the Joe Bennett variant cover here. And he said, what should I draw? I said, black and white fighting robots. And then I remember Kenneth said, what should I draw? I said, black and white fighting robots. So I dig that aesthetic of black and white fighting robots. So this is Black and White High Octane. This is the animated adventures. This is done by Von Klaus, writing based on a story that I pitched to him, and the great Pedro Eng, who has turned out to be a major diamond in the rough, and CG born, man, CG born and raised. So Pedro was just hanging out in the chat, showed me some stuff. And I was like, I got to do something with this guy. He's so talented. And so we came up with this High Octane Adventures just for Pedro Eng. And so I'm really, really lucky that I got Pedro. And he was so good getting this stuff together. He did pencils, inks, and colors. And of course, Von Klaus, just the brilliant Von Klaus, Monster MD fame. And so then here's a variant for a volume 1. Volume 1 completely sold out, you guys. So the only way you can get volume 1 is here and with this variant cover. And so then here is the Greg Capullo variant. It's only available in one tier. And then here's those story layouts, but that tier has been closed out. And then, of course, the stretch goals. You guys got to check out all these stretch goals because there's so many very, very cool stretch goals. So, yeah, this is the Black and White campaign. This is what it's all about. This is how we got here. So I just wanted to give you guys a point of reference. If there's anybody that hasn't backed yet, please do so. That would be great. We're one backer away from 1,500 backers. So that would be fantastic if we can get a backer today. So, and also there's the, wait a minute. There's the Keshi figures too. We have a few of those left. Something happened. Where are you, Keshi figures? There. I guess it's rebooting here. Oh, the Black and White Jam is where you can get that Greg Capullo cover. Oh, there we go. Well, that one's sold out. Where's the Keshis? Mr. Keshi. There they are. So we got the Reed and Whitney Keshi figure set. 10 out of 10, 10 out of 20. So there's 10 left. Once they're sold out, they're sold out. So Reed Blackett, aka Black, is molded in black. And Whitney Sung, aka White, is molded in white. It's kind of like a rubber. And I guess these Keshis are really popular. They're very collectible. So you guys can check those out. Pick one up. So I'm back. I'm back for the attack. Let's see. Oh, okay. I met a Jeff. That is very cool. But every Geoff I met is a dick. Wait a minute. You might be onto something, Black Jack. I do know a Geoff. And he's borderline. Depending on the day. What? I'm Jeff Daniel. Oh, your first name's Jeff and Daniel is your middle name? Oh, that's cool. There's a lot of Jeffs out here. I'm glad I didn't insult them. If there's any Gregs out here, I'm sorry. But that's just my experience. Not that many Pedros in Art's life. I feel special. There's not a lot of Arts actually. Growing up, I only knew one other Art. Who does my yard work? I do. I got a mow and blow guy, but everything else is me. And I got to stop that, man. My back is it's jacked. Genius Comics. Genius. Or no, that's Genuine. I'm sorry. Hello, Art. Hail chat. New faces are always good. Comic book black belt. Good day, all. Yes, good day. Let's see what Levi says. Cool. That's a list. I'm friends with Owens. Oh, Andy Owens. That's another guy who came from Hack Shack Studios. Andrew Owens. Andy's. Let me think. I think most Andys that I met are cool. So Andy passes the test. Marlo, I can never say his last name. Alqueza was RN last I heard. Yeah, he's he decided to go where he could get a steady paycheck. Let's see. Very interesting. Long name. J. Bot Vasquez. Mighty Bot Studios. Yo, Art. Yo, chat. Dave's usually a good bet. Dave is one of those names that usually goes well. What's up? Gaming or what? Trademark. Always trademark. Art has dyslexia. That explains his reading of the chat. Of course. Tech TF. Oh, Past Master. I was wondering when you'd get in here. Hell chat. Great job on those likes. Yeah, you guys, please. Thumbs up is always appreciated. Ooh, Christian Zaffo. Hurry. I need this book. LOL. Well, once I show the book off, hopefully you'll want it even more. Johnny Rando, 100 pages. Goodness. Yeah, it seems like these epic stories you can get in a 100-page format. At least I can tell a pretty good story within 100 pages. So Tech TF Spy versus Spy. Yeah, I had a piece of artwork. It's in the layout stage of Whitney and Reed, and it's one of the Mad Magazine Spy versus Spy like iconic poses. I think one has a gun and the other has like one of those old school bombs, the circles with the fuse on it, and they're leaning back to back, kind of like the characters in the Spy versus Spy, but it's Reed and Whitney, and then it says Spy versus Spy. I should see if I can find that layout and finish it up. Spectre, yeah, Spectre was Bond. Thank you. Missed it by that much. Good stuff. Good stuff. My favorite was from Dragnet. Is that Pagan? People Against Good and Niceness? There was a group. I never watched Dragnet. I always thought they were just like detectives. I liked the dynamics, those two. Their voices were pretty cool. Let's see. That was in about every Greg you've ever met being a turd burger. Just recently met another Greg, turned out to be a turd burger. I'm sorry if there's any Gregs out there. Pagan sounds about right. Roca Force. Is this Admiral? Oh no, it's Adam It All to Hell. Adam It All to Hell. Yikes. When you guys put all those words together, it really messes with me. Got it back. Oh, sweet baby Christmas. I know Art Adams. He's a good guy. Actually, I've never met another Art that wasn't a cool guy. I played in a band with a guitar player singer named Art. Was it Art Sanchez? Sanchez. Boop, 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 boop. Joes are always cool. Let me think real quick. How many Joes have I've known? I know Joe Fulton is a cool dude. A lot of Josephs. I think I know more Josephs. I know it's the same, but than actual Joes. I like Joe though. Joseph always sounds so formal. That's why I don't say Arthur T. Bear. My mom called me Arthur. Art of Roy, hail Artie Bear. What's up with Pontificators? It's on hiatus. It's on hiatus right now. I will be back probably in a month. I know the guys all hate me. But I'm using that extra time to do work. I just felt like I really needed to touch base with you guys today. Richie Cyber Dupe, Hell Art, Hell Chat, Hell Comics Gate, and bananas to all my men. Yes. How's Mrs. T Bear? She's doing good. Yeah, she's doing really, really good. I don't think she cares anymore, but she's going to be 70 next month. September 13th, my wife is going to be 70 years old. So I don't know when this well, yeah, Joe is kind of Joe's a turd burger. There are some good Joes like Joe Joe Bernardo is cool. It's cool dude. But maybe he's the exception. Maybe Joe is the exception, and then Quesada is not, or is the rule, and so is Joe Biden. I never met Joe Kubert. Art Sanchez was an Arturo, more than likely. Yeah, I grew up in a Hispanic neighborhood, and the kids they called me Art, but the kids' parents, usually the mom, would say Arturo. Arturo. Oh, that's right, Joe Bennett. Shit. Joe Sontag. This might be a 50-50. There's like some bad Joes out there, but some really, really good Joes. So I think overall the good Joes probably, well, can the good Joes overcompensate for this Joe? This Joe cost me $80,000 in my stocks. $80K. I don't like this Joe. I don't like this Joe at all. I wish this Joe would go away. I think it's time we had somebody else. We need somebody else in there. I think anybody else. G.I. Joe. Oh, shit. You guys are really going to bat for the Joes. Joseph Dredd. Oh, man. Joe Mama. I almost said 30 Sanchez. I almost said that. I used my Joe Blow. You did not. I knew a dealer called Joe Blow. You did. Oh, I get it. It's a joke, like Joe Blow. What did he? Was he a Coke dealer? That kind of dealer? You and your druggy ways, Pedro. Joe Ball? Oh, there's a question mark though. Maybe Joe isn't. Joe 90. What is Joe 90? I don't know what Joe 90 is. Anyway, you guys, I'm running out of time. I need to start showing off some artwork here. Hopefully you guys are sitting down because you're going to be floored. You're going to be floored here. Well, you know what? I shouldn't preface it with that because I'm setting it up to be maybe grander. I need you guys to make the decision, not me. All right, share, here we go. I'm going to show some pencils and inks. Some of these I might have showed before, but I'm going to show a bunch of artwork. I'm going to show a bunch of stuff here. So I think with all of it, you get a feel for what is going on. Let me move my mic a little bit so I can get to my keyboard, because I want to blow some of this stuff up for you so you can see. This is why I want to do a black and white version. I think the lines are great. I do love just looking at black and white line art. It's one of my favorites. It actually, color is cool, but when I see just black and white, artwork like this, it does something. It does something to me. So, yeah, this is a big bad mech, little damaged. Reed and Whitney did a little damage on it, but this guy JC, and you're gonna see the Christ complex happening with this guy for sure. JC was the original character's name was Jake Chang, so we're playing upon the JC initials. So he's definitely got a god complex. So hence the name. I really dig this down shot right here of black and white, and they're just kind of like, oh shit, we're in trouble. And you can see like this guy has taken on a bunch of damage. JC, they just can't put him down. They just can't put him down. So it's kind of Terminator-ish in the approach to the villain. And just like the original JC, he was reborn. So we got the whole reborn with the Phoenix World. So the Phoenix will rise. So there's a lot of that stuff. I think that stuff's fun. And also, black and white isn't meant to be completely serious. I mean, there's some tongue-in-cheek stuff here, like all the good spy stuff of the past. I'm trying to get a little bit of a Big Trouble in Little China vibe, although it's not as broad as that. It's perhaps a little more toned down than that, but perhaps not. You guys can judge for yourself. This page right here took a lot of time. There's a lot of detail in this thing. And just figuring stuff out, takes a while. So you can see a nice establishing shot of airport, airplane hangar here. We cut inside. We see like a convention, like conference, press conference here. We see this woman addressing the press, and got robot security. One thing about this black and white universe versus the original 94, there were robots in that, but they're going to be more mainstay in this new version. So this is more of a future version of black and white than the 94. So I don't want to say, I don't want to base it on any real year. And also I don't want any real world, I guess, topics or references other than like geographic ones and stuff like that, because I want it to be timeless. I don't want to age it or give it any expiration date. So I'm deliberately kind of staying away from any like the president, or a certain year or anything like that. So hopefully it'll seem more interesting because of that too. So it's a completely made up time. There might be references to the past, but if there are, we'll have to keep in mind, like if it's talking about like the 1990s, that'll be like forever ago for these guys. And then we see the press corp. We see, excuse me. We see They're in an airplane. They're in a hangar. So let me get rid of some of these because it's hard to keep track. So this one I wanted to show off because I drew the professionals in here. So we have, let me see, we have me, we have Andrew Smith, we have Graham Nolan, we have Daniel. That's a cool Daniel. Daniel is a good name. And then we have Aaron Lopresti here. Very excited, Aaron Lopresti. And we got Billy Tucci with the camera. He's our Steven Spielberg of the group. So this is the press company here. And so this is our politician that's addressing the press. The press are kind of excited to be invited here. This is going to be their first time ever meeting JC face to face. So he's kind of a secretive character. So there's that. Let's get rid of that. Boom, baby. And so then we're going to start getting into some color work here. So black and white, not having a good time encountering this giant mech. So these are the new colors. So this is what the final book's going to look like, you guys. Absolutely fantastic. I'm digging this stuff. Yeah, so there's going to be some bombastic action in this. So definitely from issue 1 or volume 1 to volume 2. Volume 2 is cranked to 11. All right, let's go away. I think I showed this one before, but I think it's a great page. So we got a future cop, possibly a RoboCop, getting tasered by Reed Blackett, aka Black. Whitney's like, "Whoa, my hero!" And then we have the hero's reveal. I think this came out so good. I love this shot. These colors are fantastic. Inspired. Yeah, I'm digging this stuff, you guys. And thanks again for giving me the time. I do appreciate it. All right. All right. Boom. So then more color. This isn't cropped yet, so it's going to be a little bit more dynamic. I like to leave a little bit of extra room on the sides, so when we do the final pagination and cropping, that we have a little wiggle room. I've gotten to problems before where I didn't have wiggle room, so I had to add artwork last minute. And so it's better to go into it with a little bit of layout room on the sides. So this won't be the final cropping. So we get to see the happy pairing again. We got Uncle Yi being reunited with Whitney Sung, and it feels so good. And so Reed and Gray looking on like the heroes. Look what we just did. We brought her uncle back to her. But Reed's kind of got that solemn face, like, here we go. Like they're happy, but then you see, let me slide this over. You see Black and Gray. They're little heavy. They're a little heavy here because they know that this is just the beginning. So they got the uncle to safety, which was kind of the first issue's story arc, but they know there's much more to this. And they also know that Whitney's a loose cannon and she's not to be trusted. I think the shot looks great. And then we have, look at just all the textures. Just good stuff. Good stuff. I like bringing these files into Photoshop so I can blow them up. And I like that the coloring is really like fantastic. You know, it's kind of in your face in a good way, but you can still see the line art, which, you know, being an inker by trade mostly, you can, it's really important to me. So even when he knocks the line art back, you can see it. It's a lot of depth. It's really good stuff. Man, I wanted to show you guys so many pages, but I had to pull back. So this one right here. These are early pages in the story. Just fantastic. I wanted to bring a lot of heart to the story too. So one of the things about spy stories, they're usually plot driven. They usually don't have a lot of character, and the reason is because the plots are usually pretty complicated. So there's just not a lot of time for character. But what I wanted to do with this is to bring, even though, you know, it's a spy story, simplify the plot so I could make it more character driven. I like stories that are more character driven. I think if you can't engage with the characters, then there's not much there. So Uncle Yi and Whitney Sung, if you read volume 1, you know the very special relationship those two have. And there's like a father-son relationship with Gray and Reed Blackett. So they kind of mirror each other. Whitney and her uncle, which is kind of her father, and then Reed and Gray, which kind of works as his father. And you'll find out more about their relationship in the next story arc. That's Reed and Gray's. Yeah, I love the way in this middle panel that Reed is knocked back, and then Gray as well, kind of in the smoke, and then Whitney stands out. It's fantastic coloring. Fantastic. And then just the atmosphere. I like to draw backgrounds and I like atmosphere. So I try to add a lot of that to my work. And I like kind of like mist and fog. You know, I really like the Blade Runner aesthetic, the Ridley Scott movie. And so when Brian and I were talking about the colors on this, I talked about a lot of atmosphere, just bringing a lot of atmosphere to the story. And I'll be darned if he didn't do that. I mean, it's absolutely fantastic. Look at these faces. Who drew that? All right, we got a couple more. So some of these, like I said, I've shown before, but you guys have seen these all in context. Like there's multiple pages, so you can get a flavor for what the book will look like. So Reed and Whitney not getting along here. If you saw the first volume or read the first volume, you kind of understand what led up to this moment. So Reed just throwing it out there. He's just laying it on the line. He's not worried about hurting her feelings anymore. So the realization's kicking in. And so Whitney can't defend herself. So for the first time, she's kind of taken aback. She usually, her first instinct is to fight and argue. And so this is Uncle Yi kind of stepping up for Whitney in this panel here, the first panel of the last tier. So then Reed's kind of pulling back a little bit, and then that gives Whitney a moment to kind of collect herself. And so then she comes back with a plan for the first time. So she's got an idea of how they can make this thing work. So, ooh, let's do this. Boom, boom. There's two faces here that I absolutely like. I think this face came out cool. And then I really like this Uncle Yi face. Good stuff, you guys. Well, I have one last page that I'm going to show you, and then I'm going to, I got to get my hair cut. So I got to wrap this bad boy up. So here we have some devastation happening. There's going to be a lot of devastation in this book. As you can see, you already seen a lot of debris, a lot of explosions, a lot of fires. There's going to be a lot of that. So just very action packed. Like the first half of volume 2 has a lot of villain setup, a lot of overall plot for the villain, like his schemes. And then once we establish that, the action just ramps up, man. It just goes crazy. So as you can see, little perspective on this explosion. Yeah. And look at the fire effects on Whitney's face here. So good. So darn good. Well, I am going to come back and close this bad boy down. Look at all that light coming in. Sunny day. That's too much. All right. All right. Let's see what you guys had to say. And we'll wrap this up. Keep it simple, stupid. What are you guys talking about? White versus simple. I don't even know that character. I know of the character, but I had no knowledge of the character when I created Whitney. And Whitney's white. The other one's silver. Do 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 do. All right. That Frege is great. More robots. Is that my beautiful wife coming upstairs?
Yeah.
What are you doing? Yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up. Did they call?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Oh, thank you.
Everyone.
Thank you, Kevin. Hey, Kevin's here. Say hi to Kevin.
Hi, Kevin.
So that's Pamela. Everybody, that's
No.
Pamela.
It isn't.
Who? Wait, what?
This is not the wife you think it is.
You're doing the Jedi mind trick. Look at that dog begging like you have food. You have a pocket full of stuff. Mark says schemes and scams. Omer Glitch says beautiful pages. Thank you. Oh, Past Master says hi, Pam. He's yelling at you. There's exclamation points. All right, you guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. It was fun touching base with you, hanging out, showing off some black and white artwork. If there's anybody out there that hasn't backed, please do so. We're going to be wrapping this thing up soon. So close to being done with the book. And thanks again, everybody, for your patience and giving me the time to bring this thing to life. I think it's the best thing I've ever done. And just think what the next one's going to be. I still feel like there's untapped potential here. I don't feel like a guy that's 40 years into this and doesn't have anything to give. I still feel like I've just begun. So the next stuff is going to be even better and badder than this. So look forward to that. I hope
He's
you
already planning the next one.
wait. Do it again.
What?
I'm gonna act like it's my voice.
Oh,
Say it again.
he's already planning the next one, the story and everything.
This is why we have so much fun around here. And aloha, Pam. Pedro says, Pam, get a haircut, Art. Yeah, I'm a hippie. Look at all this hair. All right, you guys. So get your ears lowered. I haven't heard that since I was a kid. Get your ears lowered. Art's 3 landmarks are coming. I don't know what the landmarks are. And Dino, you're late. All right, you're gonna have to go back and watch this thing again because there's all kinds of cool stuff that you missed. All right, you guys. So have a terrific day. Have fun. Be kind to each other, and we'll see you tomorrow night at 7 Eastern Standard Time for professionals on my channel, Q&A. So get your questions ready and ask all of us anything, any questions that come to mind. So I'll see you tomorrow night at 7. Take care.
Love you.
I love you guys.